Hello and welcome back to the technical charts analysis section. Good morning, everyone. Let us have a look at. Let us start off with the US dollar index. So again, the US dollar index measures whether the US dollar was strengthening or whether the US dollar was weakening against a basket of major currencies. Okay. As we can see, last Friday the US dollar was largely very quiet. Okay, very quiet. It was just trading within a tight range. This is due to the US markets being closed on last Friday for US 4th of July Independence Day celebrations. Okay, so before that, on Thursday the US dollar did strengthen after the US non-farm employment change report was released last Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Showing that 4.8 million jobs were created in the month of June, and this was better than market expectations. And then we had the US dollar strengthening eventually, and also gold prices initially dropping and then coming back up again. Okay, so this was the data last Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Non-farm employment change coming in at 4.8 million, better than market expectations of 3 million jobs created, and also the unemployment rates dropping to 11.1%. Okay, so this is just to recap and to understand the sentiment as of last Thursday to be relevant, as Friday most of the liquidity and volumes were not there. And as we are speaking now, we can see the US dollar weakening as early as, put your cursor here, 300 hours, 3 plus 5, you add 5 hours to this if you are in Singapore, Malaysia. If you are in another country, you need to add the relevant number of hours to the server time to get your respective local times. Okay, so this morning at 8 a.m., the US dollar weakened from 97.14 all the way to the current levels of 96.90. Okay, so it looks like it could come to test this support level, and yeah, so this was the movement. So as we can see, last Friday again the US dollar index was not moving much due to the US markets being closed. So we will also see that the UK pound was also not moving much last Friday. Here we go. Okay, last Friday the UK pound was very quiet in the Asian trading session, and towards this time 1000 hours plus 5, this is 15, which is 3 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time, the UK pound drops from 1.2492 to a low of 1.2437. So it moved down about 46 pips, and then after it went quiet, and well, it was just trading in a tight range of about 40 pips after that. And this morning, as the US dollar is weakening, in a way it's kind of surprising, because the US dollar weakened quite a lot for the last 4 hours. However, the UK pound is only going up about or strengthening about 31 pips. Okay, but when we look at the euro dollar, first of all, the euro dollar as of last Friday, okay, as of last Friday, it was also very quiet, trading in a range. From the high to the low, it was only about 26 pips, so it's very quiet. I believe that if you manage to make good profits from the markets on last Monday, last Tuesday, last Wednesday, or last Thursday, you could have just avoided trading on last Friday. Okay, so for the euro dollar, we can see that again as early as 3 plus 5, 8 a.m. Okay, 8 a.m. this morning, Singapore and Malaysia time, the euro dollar strengthened from 1.1246 all the way to the current price of 1.1285. Okay, so we seldom see this. In other words, that the euro dollar has moved up 39 pips, which is more than what the UK dollar is doing. Okay, in other words, the volatility for the moment for the euro dollar is higher than that of the UK pound. Okay, so the main message maybe I want you guys to understand from this is that last Friday again the US markets was closed, and you can see that the prices on the US dollar, on currencies, and also on even on gold prices was mostly subdued. Okay, this shows us the impact or the power or the volume and liquidity that the US participants have when they are on the markets. Okay, so when they are out of the markets are pretty much very quiet. Okay, so this also means that when they are on the market, we should be watching for movements and cycles to form, and also prices to move. Okay, so that is for the US dollar index, and also for the UK pound, and also for the euro dollar as of now. Yeah, so currently the sentiment is US dollar is weak. Possibly it will try to consolidate shortly and decide whether to go up or down later on in the UK and also US trading sessions. Let's move on to gold prices. Again, nothing much to comment about for gold prices as of last Friday. It was just trading in a very tight range of 1,776 to a low of 1,772, about $4.50 range. Okay, and this was what happened on last Thursday during the non-farm employment change data. Okay, so at about 1500 plus 5 is 20, which is 8 p.m. local Singapore Malaysia time. Gold prices dropped from 1,772 to a low of 1,757, moving down about $15. Let us just have a quick look at the 30-minute chart so that we can see in detail the impact of the last Thursday's 8:30 p.m. non-farm payroll report. Okay, so as you can see, last Thursday, even before the non-farm payrolls was announced at 1530, which is 8:30 p.m., as early as 8 p.m., which is 1500, the gold prices already started to move down. Okay, so it moved down about $6.80, and once the non-farm employment change report was announced at 8:30 p.m., it moved up to about $4, and then it touched a low of 1757 before slowly or gradually moving back up again. Okay, so this was movements of gold. Currently it's still in consolidation phase, and the items to look for that will influence whether gold prices go up or down. Number one definitely will be the coronavirus situation, especially in the US, and also recent political tensions between China after they implemented the Hong Kong national security law. So major countries such as the US, the UK, and possibly even France or Germany are looking to sort of have some retaliation sanctions or measures against China. Okay, so that is a sensitive topic, and again, if it gets out of hand, we may see tensions rise and we may see gold prices picking up again. Okay, so gold prices is very much still on a uptrend. However, it's in a consolidation mode now, where it will go in the next 2 to 4 hours, or even during the evening US trading session. We will need to watch for that. Okay, so currently it is trading in a wide range. Yeah, between a low of 1,759 and a high of 1,787. Okay, so a quick look at silver prices. Again, with the US markets being closed on last Friday, we can also see that number one, gold prices didn't really move much. Okay, and also silver prices was mirroring the movements of gold prices, and it was pretty quiet also. Okay, so let us move on to S&P 500. Was pretty quiet also, and let us move on to oil prices. Oil prices, again, nothing much to comment regarding oil prices. It was just going up and squeezing into this triangle. Okay, so possibly later on in the afternoon or the US trading session, looks like oil prices is still on a bullish sentiment, and it's likely to break this resistance to test the next high of $40.70. If it touches this, there's a high chance it will move towards the $41 levels. Okay, so yeah, so that wraps up the latest technical analysis and also the latest sentiments for the US dollar, major currencies, and also the sentiments for oil prices. Okay, so let's start off the week on a good note and have a good trading day, especially the first 3 days of the week, and let us recap and see what happens during tomorrow's market outlook. So have a good trading day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you.